Our Prophet spoke about one who will be known as the Imam Al-Mahdi. And we love him. We love him because he has a special mission. The first thing he has to do is something which brings joy to our hearts. A Khalifa would die, and Hizb ut-Tahrir argues that this means that the Khilafah state will be restored before this Imam comes. And I say no, this is any ruler who is being referred to as a Khalifa. And when this Khalifa dies, when this ruler dies, there will be disagreement concerning succession. 20 years ago I said it's going to be a Saudi king who will die. 20 years later, the evidence is plain as daylight that I'm correct. A Saudi king will die. And when he dies, there's going to be a boxing match. Oh yes. There's going to be disagreement and conflict concerning succession. And now you have some more fire in the oil with, the bone saw, and the body chopped up into bits and pieces, and the whole world, including the CIA, which normally does not speak the truth, but this time the CIA spoke the truth. The CIA said he's the one who ordered it. Yeah, he's the one who ordered it. So if he succeeds his father, I hope he succeeds his father, yes. If he succeeds his father, oh la la, he's going to become the laughing stock of the world. Anywhere he puts his foot on the face of the earth, people are going to be agitating and demonstrating against him, and placards and this and that and that. He's going to have to find a hole in which to hide himself. And so Saudi Arabia will become the laughing stock of the world. And already the royal family is beginning to realize that. But they are stuck. They are stuck. Because the reins of power are in his hands. The military, the police, everything in his hands. And so you can see that when Salman dies, if this little schoolboy replaces him, I hope he does, I don't know, then you're going to have a period of instability in Saudi Arabia. I don't know how long it will last. Maybe it will continue after the Great War. It is at that time when there is this disagreement. Our Prophet said that a man will come out of Medina, Yathrib, now known as Medina, and hurry to Mecca. And this is the Imam. And the people would take the bay'ah with him at the Kaaba. The Prophet then went on to say, and I have a few minutes left, that he will be attacked by an army from the Quraysh. So the schoolboy will attack him. And that army will be an army of the Kalb. Oh, but Kalb has two meanings. Kalb can be the tribe of the Kalb. And Kalb can also mean a dog. But there is no evidence at this time of the tribe of the Kalb still existing in Arabia under Quraysh. No evidence at all of a Kalb tribe. So my conclusion, one with which I am very happy, is that Kalb has the other meaning. So that army will attack the Imam and he will defeat that army. And on that day when that army is defeated, we will smile, we will celebrate. Oh yes, because the Arabian Peninsula, Jaziratul Arab, will be liberated. And then if the Hajj takes place after that, and I am alive, I will go perform that Hajj. Say, right? Yeah, right? I'll go perform that Hajj. But this time, I put my money in dinar, and I put it aside. Yeah. Because I am not going to perform this Hajj while these traitors are controlling the Hajj. No. Those who want to do otherwise, that's your choice. But when Arabia is liberated from these traitors, when the kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and I choose my words with great care, when the kingdom of Saudi Arabia returns to the garbage bin of Dajjal from where it emerged in the first place, it will be time for us to celebrate. So this ummah has important work to do in the end time. And that ummah has to rule the world. What is the relationship between the two? A very important part of the lecture with which we'll now conclude. It is because when Jesus returns, he will have his duties with us, not to lead us. No, he's not leading us. We have the Imam as our Amir. But he is a prophet of Allah, and Allah has given him the wisdom. So he has to manage between two ummahs. And that is why you have the word hikmah in between. وَيُعَلِّمُهُمُ الْكِتَابِ. And Allah taught him the Qur'an. وَالْحِكْمَةِ, and Allah gave him wisdom. وَالتَّوْرَاتِ وَالْإِنْجِيلَ, and Allah taught him the Torah and the Injil. Spend a little time with the Qur'an. Don't be hurried with the Qur'an. So Nabi Isa alayhi salam, Jesus, has to know both this Sharia and this Sharia. And so when he comes down, with his hands resting on the wings of two angels, and he comes down in the masjid in Damascus, and it is the time of the morning prayer, Salatul Fajr, and the Imam recognizes him. This is the son of Mary. And then the Imam does the right thing. Oh yes, the Imam does the right thing. He invites Nabi Isa alayhi salam to lead the salat. Yes, he does the right thing. Invites him, because this is the Imam. He invites him to lead the salat. But he declines. He says, no, the people have appointed you as their Amir, you lead the Salat. And if you have not put on your thinking cap as yet, do please put it on now. Kindly so put it on now. Ask yourself, why does he decline to lead the Salat? And he invites the Imam, you lead the Salat. Don't go fishing for an answer in your own thinking. No! Proper methodology is that truth is located in this book. When will you learn to become true scholars? When? And show respect for this book rather than your the people who are closing the doors of the masjid to me, this sect and that sect and that sect and that sect, and then Sayyid Abai says, come to me, I'll open the door for you. He's there sitting. Many people around the world are going to be listening to this lecture on the internet. Our brother Sayyid Abai is a Shia brother, and I am a Sunni. And look at how we live as brothers. Yeah. Why does the Prophet Jesus decline to lead the prayer? Okay. When I give my opinion, you know the law. Do not accept my opinion unless you are convinced that it is correct. This is my respect for your intellect. And also, I make mistakes. I make mistakes. When I give an interpretation of the Qur'an or the Hadith, only Allah can confirm that it is correct. Only Allah. But I would not give you that interpretation unless I was comfortable that it is correct. Otherwise, I should shut my mouth. If Jesus, Nabi Isa alayhi salam, were to accept the invitation to lead the salat, he would violate Allah's law. He would violate Allah's guidance, because Allah did not send him to us. Allah sent him to another people. And if he were to lead the salat and our leader were to pray behind him, our leader is the Imam Al-Mahdi. He is our leader. And our leader prays behind him, the implication would be that Jesus will automatically become the leader of this ummah. And that will be a violation of the Qur'an. That's why, because Allah taught him the Qur'an and taught him the Torah and the Injil, this is the reason why he declines to lead the prayer. Now then, if you have other views of the subject, fine. But you cannot deny me the right to explain my interpretation. And so, the Imam leads the prayer. Excuse me, this is not indicative that the Imam now has a superior status to Jesus. No. He leads the prayer because Nabi Isa alayhi salam has asked him to lead the prayer. How will Jesus pray? He prays in accordance with our Sharia and in the direction of our Kiblah, our direction of prayer, Makkah. But when he is with his ummah, leading his community of Christians and those Jews who choose to accept him, before he arrives. Once he comes, that's it. Too late now. He will pray in the direction of that Kiblah, Jerusalem. And the Qur'an confirms that that Kiblah is still their Kiblah. It's there in the Qur'an. That Kiblah has not been cancelled or abrogated. Go do your homework. So that Qibla is still valid for them, and this Qibla is valid for us, and Allah commands us in the Qur'an, do not follow each other's Qibla. You follow your Qibla, they follow their Qibla, or direction of prayer. That's in the Qur'an. So he will pray in the direction of Jerusalem, and his prayer will be in accordance with the Sharia of the Torah. because that is not abrogated. And so we will have two ummahs. And how should they relate to each other? One led by Imam Al-Mahdi and the other led by Nabi Isa alayhi salam. So why did he call him Ahmad? When Allah calls him Muhammad, Ismuhu Ahmad, will you think Allah sent the Qur'an to a people who think لِقَوْمِ يَتَفَكَّرُونَ? And we have some graduates of the Darul Uloom sitting with us here tonight. And those graduates of the Darul Uloom will tell you, Sheikh, we don't think anymore in the Darul Uloom. Yeah. We don't think anymore in the Darul Uloom. Yeah. The reason why he refers to him by the name Ahmad, Ismuhu Ahmad, instead of Muhammad, is because of the intense love between the two men. When you have love for someone, you choose a pet name for them, a love name, a nom d'amour, a name of love. So your child, and you give your child a pet name, and you won't call your child by the name. You give your wife and you have a pet name for her. And so I see a number of you who are married who are smiling now. And so he calls him Ahmad. And when he returns and you listen to him, he will always say Ahmad. This is love between the two men. If this is the love that exists between Nabi Isa alayhi salam and Nabi Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam, what should be the relationship between those who follow Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam? I'm not talking about those who chop up the body and then dump it or burn it with acid and so on and then cover it with a mountain of lies. I'm talking about those who follow Muhammad alayhi salatu wasalam. And those who follow Jesus, obviously, the relationship between us has to be one of love and affection and mutual support. And so the Imam Al-Mahdi will be a supporter, supporting and assisting. He who will rule the world in Akhir Zaman. I have not exhausted the subject. No, I know. But I was given a limitation of time. And I've exceeded it by 5 minutes already. So now we will pause now, and we'll have a question and answer session that will be for half an hour. At the end of half an hour, if you insist that you want it to continue more than that, no blame on me. We can go on for the rest of the night. But if you insist that you want to continue it, so just let me take a little drink of water and then we will continue, inshallah. ربنا تقبل منا إنك أنت السميع العليم وتب علينا يا مولانا إنك أنت التواب الرحيم برحمتك يا أرحم الراحمين آمين. Okay, we have now, it's now 5 minutes past 8. We have half an hour devoted to questions and answers and any comments you want to make. Someone asked me 3 questions in one yesterday. Remember? Make it one question. You have one question or 3? One. Okay, go ahead.
Just a quick one, just to clarify. You know when Nabi Isa comes back and he's being given knowledge of the Injil and the Torah, will it be the original one then? Obviously.
I don't think Allah will teach him the corrupted Torah.
Yeah.
The corrupted Torah says that a Jew is prohibited from lending money on interest to his brother, Israelite. but he's allowed to lend money on interest to the enemy. So I met in Tuscaden at a monastery in Scotland with the abbot, or the head of the monastery, and with his deputy. And we chatted for 2 hours. So I asked him, I said, Father, am I your enemy? He was shocked. He said, no, you are not my enemy. Because the Pope has declared that we have friendly relations. I said, Father, you're not allowed, a Christian is not allowed to lend money on interest to a Muslim. He said, yes, you're right. So this is the Torah, which has been corrupted to say that you could lend money on interest. And there are other corruptions in the Torah. But when Jesus is taught the Torah by Allah, he's taught the original book, not these corrections.
I should send some reports.
Not these corruptions, yeah. Okay, next question. Yeah. You asking one question or three? One question, good.
It's actually more of like information. He said towards the end of the times, in the Quran says that the closest people to Muslims will be the Christians.
Who said that?
Towards the end of times.
Who said that in the end time those who will be closest in love and affection to Muslims will be a Christian people? Who said that? Huh?
In the previous lectures, actually.
No, you must answer me. Who said it? I didn't say it.
In the Quran.
No, the Quran, that's right. It's, Allah said it in the Quran, in Surah Al-Ma'idah. I want you to become a scholar. Go ahead.
Yeah, so is this the time it is referring when Isa comes? After that time they'll be closed, or?
The process has already commenced. A part of the Christian world is already drawing closer to us. But they have a lot of pain in their hearts. A few nights ago I had dinner in, what's the name of that place, Bilal? Huddersfield?
Huddersfield.
Huddersfield. Huddersfield, yeah. With the Orthodox Christians, and they're all highly qualified professionals and so on. Several of them were women, and they all pushed out their hands to shake hands with me. And I said to them, we're not allowed to shake hands with you, but we can offer you a nice smile. Because this came from Dajjal, men and women shaking hands. And I spent 3 hours or more with them. And I was sharing with them my views that in my book Constantinople in the Quran. But even 3.5 hours. Yes, they were respectful to me. No one was disrespectful to me. But there was a wall I could not break. So there's still a lot of pain. They are all Orthodox Greek Christians, all Greek. There's still a lot of pain. And I believe that we should reach out to them to help, to explain to them. If I were a Hindu, I would hate Islam. Oh yes. If I were a Hindu, I would hate Islam. Why? I never invited you to come and rule over me. You came with a sword. You came with a bogus jihad to conquer India and rule over India for so many centuries. So if the Hindus respond with hatred today, it's understandable. Similarly with the Orthodox Christians. They didn't invite the Ottoman Empire to come and rule over them. No. The Ottoman Empire came with a naked sword and waged a bogus jihad over them for so many centuries. And if you differ with me, wait for Judgment Day. So there's a lot of pain in their hearts. But Allah has said it, that a part of the Christian world is going to become closest in love and affection for you. Yes. And that is not dependent on us. That is going to take place. which part of the Christian world will be coming close to us? Would it be the one where a man can marry another man and get a marriage certificate? Obviously not. It will be that other part of the Christian world which is resisting this part. That part of the Christian world is already showing the signs of drawing closer to us. Go ahead. Any more questions? Yes.
Thank you very much for coming to Manchester. Please, this is my first lecture that my friend and I found yesterday that you're coming here, so we came all the way from Birmingham.
From where?
Birmingham.
Oh, but I'm going to be in Birmingham on Sunday.
We live in, I live in Rochester, we work in Birmingham, so initially we can lecture here.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much. So
how many hours?
It took us 2 hours.
2 hours, okay.
Non-stop in traffic today, so. Just a quick question. You said the Messiah was sent to Bani Israel.
I said it 4 times.
4 times.
Yeah, go ahead.
And he will also be sent again to them.
Yes, because there is no evidence of naskh. Naskh means change and abrogation.
So my question is there's a fine line, so how would we identify who the real Christians are? Because the Christians believe that Jesus Christ is announced as the begotten Son of God, which violates all the law of monotheism and Abrahamic faiths. So and when he would descend, there would be an army of Muslims following Imam Mahdi, and that's where he would descend to my knowledge. And then where would his army be? And how would we identify those are Christians? Because they are not, they are believing that he is the begotten Son of God.
All right. So now I didn't say it. Nabi Muhammad, Allah's blessings be upon him, he said that when Jesus returns, he will return as Hakimul Adil, one who will rule, and not rule downtown Chicago. No. He will come back to rule, meaning the ruling state in the world, and he'll rule with justice. This is our prophet. And the Qur'an has declared that he was sent to the Israelite people. And they were divided into 2, the Jews and the Nasara. And the Qur'an says about this part, the people who follow him, not the people who reject him, that Allah is going to raise them to a position of dominance in the world. So by the time Jesus returns, they will already be in a position of dominance in the world. So you don't need a binoculars, you don't need a magnifying glass to recognize who are in the dominant position in the world. Okay? You can already see the signs. Who is the dominant military power in the world today? If you don't know, go and do your homework. NATO has a surprise coming when the war takes place. Now, coming to the other part of the question. Yes, Dajjal was at work. I can say this to you. If I say this to them, they might feel hurt. Dajjal was at work, and he corrupted the teachings. And he got them to worship Jesus. And he got them to declare that Jesus is the Son of God. And that God is the Father. And he also got them to believe that the Holy Spirit is to be worshipped. Good? And I have a limited amount of time to answer you, so I have to cut and paste. You don't mind. Now when the Qur'an was revealed, all of these changes had already taken place. The Christians had conquered Constantinople without any fighting. The first side of the wall fell, the second, the third. Okay? And these Christians who are in Constantinople have an important place in the Qur'an, because the whole surah of the Qur'an is called Surah Rum. So they're called Rum. And these Christians who are already worshipping Jesus as the Son of God and as the third person in the Trinity, they were defeated by the Persian Empire. The pagan Arabs identified with pagan Persia, and they were taunting us because we were identified as with the Christian. We both have a religion similar to each other. Then Allah responded in the Qur'an, and He said, "Ba'adawuz billahi minash shaitanir rajim, ghulibatir Rum. Rome has been defeated. Fi adna al-ard, in a land close by, not Washington, land close by. وَهُمْ مِنْ بَعْدِ غَلَبِهِمْ سَيَغْلِبُونَ, but the tables will turn and they will soon be victorious." In fact, the historical record is that Constantinople was in a perilous position. They were facing total defeat. The Persian Empire was ascendant. And it is in that context that this extraordinary prophecy came, that within a few years, fi bid'i sinin, Rome will be victorious. And then the Qur'an said something, and you've got to put on your thinking caps now. It says, Lillahi al-amr, victory, and who determines victory is in Allah's hands. He decides, not you. But then comes very strange language, and Allah invites you to think. He says, Lillahi al-amr min qabla wa min ba'd. Min qabla wa min ba'd. Allah has the authority to determine victory both before and after, both before and after, both before and after. Many commentators of the Qur'an came to the conclusion that there will be two victories. The first one, which did take place within a few years, and Rome was victorious. But they said that the second victory was the Battle of Badr. That was wrong. No, both victories are the victories of Rome. Both. But why min qabla wa min ba'd, before and after? Before and after makes sense only if it is before something and after something. So there is something in between the first victory and the second victory. What is there in between? And I came to the conclusion that Rome will be victorious twice. The first one already occurred and the second one to come. And in between there is something which separates the people, and that was the great schism of 1054. Dajjal had done his work, and one part of the Christian world broke away from Constantinople and came to the West, and Allah cursed them. I did this yesterday, did I? Kunu kiradatan khasi'in, and I covered this yesterday for you. The other part remained faithful. And that part will be victorious a second time. Now, and the Qur'an continues to say, وَيَوْمَئِذٍ يَفْرَحُ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ, and on that day when Rome is victorious, we the believers will celebrate. So there are two questions. Why would Allah ordain victory, Lillahi al-amr, to a Christian people who are already worshipping Jesus as the Son of God, and is the God the Father and Son? Secondly, Why would we, including Nabi Muhammad ﷺ, why would we celebrate? وَيَوْمَئِذٍ يَفْرَحُ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ. Why would we be happy and why would we celebrate as we did when Rome was victorious within a few years? And why would we again celebrate in the second victory of Rome which is to come? Answer, Allah has ordained that He still holds these people in high regard and He still grants them victory despite these beliefs. But the beliefs of these people are different from the beliefs of that side. But I don't have the time to explain that to you. Next question.
Sheikh says,
The older one first. We have 10 minutes left.
Recently you mentioned about Imam Mahdi, and going a little bit from off the topic, in our Hadith, it's always mentioned, it's good that you're explaining about Qur'an, and Muslims are far away from Qur'an and bringing those topics which majority of Muslims are absolutely unaware of. Secondly, in Hadith, and it is, I think, I'm not sure which Hadith book, I think Tirmidhi and of Dawood probably as well, that it is mentioned, I think, more than once, that Inni Tarikun Fikum Sadalai, Kitabullahi or Sunnah, Kitabullahi wa Itrati Ahli. This Hadith is also kept away from majority of Sunnis. And there is one narration, I think, probably single narration, which is Kitabullah wa Sunnati. This is more sort of prevailing or put forward today. And
what is the question?
One aspect.
What is the question?
The question is that, you see, Quran without Ahlul Bayt is not, Rasulullah left us with two sakalain, two important things. And Quran, one without the other is become meaningless. It's a bit like software and hardware. So this is one aspect of it, that why, we don't have to go to Shia and Sunni books. Why this is also kept away from Muslim all the time.
I'm going to stay with my topic, and my topic is the Messiah and the Imam, and it is very plain and clear, and no one disputes it at all, no Muslim disputes it, that the Imam who is going to come, who will rule over this Ummah, is coming from the family of the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam. Yes, no Muslim, Shia or Sunni differ with this. So a member of the family of the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam is going to rule over this Ummah in the end time, full stop. We need not go any further on that.
Yes. Coming to present time, as you mentioned that the true Christians or true followers of Jesus Christ and Muslims or true Muslims are coming closer with each other. Don't you think that what's happened in Syria, this has initiated it? Like people like Hezbollah, they have played on their lives, and they went and protected those churches and Christians. Otherwise, that army, Jaish al-Islam, they were going to commit genocide against Christians.
I think it would be a fair comment to say that there are three different parties at work in protecting Syria. And we should not single out one to give it the preeminent position. I don't think that is wise. If Russia had not intervened, Syria would have been lost already. Okay? Russia displayed incredible courage to take on the United States and NATO, which is the most powerful military force in the world. And the entire Russian people are in danger for Syria. If Putin had not done what he did, Syria would have become another Libya, and those schoolboys would have been celebrating. But thank Allah that He intervened when He did, and Syria has been saved. But you also have in the Syrian armed forces Sunni and Shia fighting as brothers, side by side. I think it's going to be counterproductive. Yes, if we were to single out a party and give it a prominent position, I think the Shia have fought bravely, courageously, and I think the Sunni have fought bravely and courageously, and that the Russian intervention was the most strategically important part. We should not tamper with this situation. Yes. Any more questions? 1, 2, 3, and that's it. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Oh, you also? No, him. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and that's it. Time up.
My question is, you said when Jesus comes back, he will follow the Sharia of Muhammad, he will pray behind the Imam. You said
yes, when he is with us,
yeah,
he prays in the way we pray.
Yeah.
When he is with his ummah, he prays in accordance with that law.
He will be a prophet to his ummah.
Pardon me?
So he will be a prophet to his ummah.
He has been a prophet.
Yeah.
He has been a prophet recognized by every Muslim for a long time.
And at the same time,
So he doesn't have to come back for me to recognize him as a prophet.
but
No.
at the same time, he will be the ummati of Muhammad, that's what you are saying.
Who said that?
You said he will pray behind the Imam, so he'll be praying like Muslims toward the direction.
The reason why, no, you were not listening to me. I gave you the explanation why. If my explanation is not adequate, then you don't have to accept my... Do I have to repeat my explanation? I told you why he did not lead the Salat. And I said to you, not because the Imam led the Salat, does that imply that the Imam is superior to him? No. No. The reason why he did not lead the prayer, I explained to you. Yes.
Are there any other scholars who...
Salam Sheikh. Are there... Salam Sheikh.
Who is it? Yeah, go ahead.
Are there any other scholars that have come to the conclusion that the Jasad is the Dajjal in Surah 38, 34?
I am not aware of anyone before me who has ever interpreted the Jasad to be Dajjal. As a consequence of which I warn my readers and listeners, I warn them to be extra careful when critically assessing my views. And I say to them, please do not accept my interpretation unless you are convinced that it is correct. Is there anything more I can do? Can you suggest anything more I can do? No. Last question.
Assalamualaikum.
Walaikum salam.
Might be a bit long, but I'll try to keep it according to Quran. So we have.
Oh, you asking one question or three?
Question.
One, go ahead.
But it will be long. So we have seen in the Quran that starting from Adam alayhi salam, the whole point was to guide the whole nation, right? And Allah says in the Quran that we have sent you, and whoever follows my guidance is on the righteous path. So
Is this a Birmingham accent or a Manchester accent?
Pakistani.
Pakistani. I'm not. Come closer to me. I'm not understanding what you're saying. I have a Caribbean accent, Trinidad and Tobago.
Okay. So my question is, if you look at the history, starting from Adam alayhi salam, the whole point was Allah sent a prophet to guide the nation. And as soon as the nation go beyond their limits, deviate from the right path, Allah sent another prophet. And soon after that...
Where did you get this from?
So let's say...
No, you just said,
yeah.
When a nation deviates from the right path, then Allah sends another prophet. Where did you get this from?
So let's say in the story of Bani Israel, they deviated, and Allah said, I've sent you prophets after prophets, and used to kill them, not just one, maybe more than one.
Yes,
all day,
but that does not mean that there is a divine method, that He sends a prophet only when a people deviate. We can't conclude. We can't conclude. Yes, go ahead.
The sole purpose is to guide the nation, right? So
the purpose of the prophet is to guide the people and to set an example to people to whom he sent, yes.
And we know that the law which a prophet had was being replaced by a prophet who came afterwards.
No.
So that's what it
No, that is not correct.
So
I did take some time to explain to you the verse of the Qur'an pertaining to change in law. Were you here?
So what?
No, were you here when I explained?
Not the last.
No, you were not there. Okay.
So can I add one? Like let's say Allah says in the Quran that I have perfected my religion for you today, and that is Islam. So when the religion is already been perfected, and the whole point is that there should be one nation, one religion.
No. وَلَوْ شَاءَ اللَّهُ لَجَعَلَكُمْ أُمَّةً وَاحِدَةً. If Allah had so desired, you know what I'm doing? I'm quoting the Quran.
Yeah.
This is Quran.
Yeah.
If Allah had so desired, He could have caused you all to be one ummah. He did not do it, but you want to do it?
Okay, so then talk about Holy Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam.
Yeah.
So his point was not to spread Islam, but rather, let's say if there is a Christian community, let them believe in Christianity or Islam as it. According to you, that would mean that.
The Prophet has a duty to preach what is in the Quran to all of mankind. The Quran says that Allah did not ordain that all of mankind should be constituted as one ummah. He never said that. The Quran has said, لِكُلٍّ جَعَلْنَا مِنْكُمْ شِرْعَةً وَمِنْهَاجًا. To each of you have we given a law, and we have given a spiritual path. وَلَوْ شَاءَ اللَّهُ لَجَعَلَكُمْ أُمَّةً وَاحِدَةً. And if Allah had so desired, He could have caused you all to be one community, one ummah. وَلَكِنْ, but Allah has not done that. لِيَبْلُوَكُمْ فِي مَا آتَاكُمْ. Allah wants to test you in respect of that which is given to you, and to you, and to you, and to you. فَاسْتَبِقُوا الْخَيْرَاتِ. So compete with each other in all that is good and virtuous. إِلَى اللَّهِ مَرْجِعُكُمْ جَمِيعًا. To Allah will you all return. You and you and you, this ummah and this ummah and that ummah. فَيُنَبِّئُكُمْ بِمَا كُنْتُمْ فِيهِ تَخْتَلِفُونَ. And He will then explain to you those matters in which you differ. Which surah? Not you, do answer. Which surah of the Qur'an? You got homework to do, eh? Suratul Ma'idah of the Qur'an, yes? So this verse of the Qur'an, and there are other verses, conclusively demonstrate that Allah has ordained plurality amongst the communities